Hello YouTube. Hope this video finds everybody fine. I was posting. Hey, tonight I'd like to talk about 2012 and the unseen and the seen threat to humanity. It's not hard to see what's going on right from when we're a baby. You get you get vaccines right away. I mean, you're not a day old, right? And they're shoving a needle in you with mercury, and they call it a preservative in their vaccine. Who knows what's in the vaccine itself? It seems to get more kids sick than better, and so you're right from the very start. You're filled with this poisons that don't seem to benefit you. They seem to do you a lot more harm than good. And mercury, of course, is shown to affect brain synapses, brain evolution, all the little nerve endings, etc. Mercury gets in there and it shuts them right off, so they don't extend and basically grow. So your brain's kind of held back with this mercury. And we'll find that even in some of the foods today. So we go on there, the babies, we get poisoned there. Then we go on to eat the foods and all the candies and stuff like that. And none of all the sugar is now. There's a lot of studies coming out showing sugar is a major problem for people. I mean, we don't naturally digest sugar. Sugar is supposed to be done in a very small amount, just like anything else, if regulated properly, right? But we've been led into this sugar craze. Everything we got's got to have sugar: coffee, cereal, all our chocolates, all the candies. It goes on and on. And that's not good for your brain either. I mean, and not doing a lot of that, it all helps you. Your brain works better, right? Because each time you stack that little thing on top of the next thing, it just holds you right back. Okay. And then you go on to GMO foods. I mean, they're splicing fish DNA strands with your wheat and corn and everything else, and these are modifying in a given amount of time. The DNA will transfer to assimilate better the strand of the other DNA, right? And things are changing in there, and you're losing a quality of food with that, all those types of foods too, plus all the poisons they got to put on to grow them, because they're not a hardy plant. They're basically pretty weak because they've been tweaked and trying to make up for it with pesticides, etc. Okay. So we're being poisoned by the foods, just about all of them, except for the good ones. I can't really say organic, because some of the organic has been labeled wrong, but as long as this fields run like, I don't know, I've seen a lot of reports lately that are saying that you should run them fields up to 5 years without anything, and even then it's only given through the pesticide companies that yeah, after 5 years our stuff's going to be clean out of your soil, but then you can grow organic, or 4 years or whatever. But I don't know, I think it's going to be there for a long time. So we used to dream of dying of old age. We all do that, right? We were brought up that way. Yeah, you're gonna die of old age, you know, this is what we're all about. Well, doesn't look like we're gonna ever make it to that ripe old age. And our generation and the generation under us and so on are gonna continue to die younger and younger, unless we can get a handle on all the poisons out there that affect us every day, or definitely in our lifetime. It all amounts to poison. So a little more of an idea about all the poisons. Like say we got the Gulf Coast and the oil spill, TEPCO, or not TEPCO, BP. And there, oh, more mosquitoes. Lots of them in this country. They are spraying Corexit and other chemicals, trying to keep this oil down. And as far as most people are concerned, it's all forgotten, done with. It's a plugged hole. And then you start researching, and you're finding out that it looks like it's still leaking out there, and BP's still spraying at night, so they can't be seen. And then you're finding out that people on the coast are getting pretty sick from all this chemical. Just, I mean, it's all over, right? It's got to affect you bad, and this stuff is nasty. Thousands of people, from what the reports say, thousands of people are getting really sick from this, and some are dying, of course. I mean, anybody that isn't really healthy and they get all this poison in them, it's not gonna be good. So yeah, we got Gulf Coast, we got Fukushima. Yeah, lots of radiation comes from there, and it'll continue to go across the Pacific Ocean for a lot of years. I mean, they haven't even started to control that situation. And then it goes on about the number 4 fuel pool that could contaminate the whole northern hemisphere. And this isn't doing us good here. Okay, I gotta get off that. Chemtrails. A lot of aluminum sulfite, and what else? Aluminum dioxide and barium. And these are just some of the ones they've found in test run on what's coming out of the air from all these chemtrails. And there's a lot of speculation on what all the chemtrails are about. And the government tries to feed us this as of late. I mean, this was days ago. They're trying to say that this is a what did they call it? Oh yeah, solar shield. Solar shield. Yeah, right. With aluminum that dumps on us, and barium, and all this stuff. And aluminum especially is bad for the brain. Again, I hate to keep repeating that, but it keeps coming up all the way through this. All this stuff that we seem to be ingesting is all really bad for the synapses. I mean, the little brain, it's not growing like it should, right? Like without all the poisons, I think we'd be awfully bright, and all the manipulation and the contortion and the lying. We see very little truth, and if it is, it's way after the fact. And nobody's paying for any of this. I mean, none of them go to jail. Nothing seems to be happening there. They all seem to be protected by this secret protection agency. Yeah, okay. So chemtrails, barium, it's dumbing us down. The aluminum's really bad for the brain too, blah, blah, blah. And then you also have these fibers that seem to be showing up and that's connected to myalgia, and millions of people all over are getting this myalgia, and you're going, you know, the small biofiber that seems to grow inside your skin or under your skin, and I'm sure if it does that, it's going to go farther and cause all kinds of trouble. And there's a lot of evidence, a lot of people saying and showing you what's going on, and yeah, research it, all of it. Fukushima, Gulf Coast, all of it. Get in, find out, because otherwise, steamroller's coming along. He's all sitting on your couch, man. Everything's cool. No problem. Because you didn't see any of it coming. And we see it. We just got to protect ourselves, one way or the other. So this chemtrail thing, I kind of see it threefold, eh? They're telling you one thing, and we know better than that. What they tell you is maybe a part of the truth. So maybe it is some kind of shield trying to, well, if they're keeping the rays in the world, well, then they're trying to heat it up. So that tells me it's cooling down. But they're saying global warming. And you're going, that doesn't work. What's wrong? Oh yeah, we got lied to again. Oh yeah, and then you got all the plants, and this barium and aluminum dioxide is wrecking all the roots and the plant systems of all our country. You can see a lot of the fields aren't, they're not getting the main root. It's getting stunted, and then all you got is a spread root, and things aren't doing good, right? And then Monsanto's, or whatever their ugly name is now selling this aluminum. It grows in aluminum contaminated soils, and you're going, yeah, well, it kind of sounds like they're doing it all, or having a lot to do with all this then. I mean, a multi-billion-dollar business manipulating all our foods, trying to get it into their little lot so they can make more money off of our demise. Don't like that. Yeah, so there's all kinds of people out there that are trying to tell us everything, right? Alex Jones has a lot. There's a number of different YouTube channels that carry a lot of information on all these chemtrails and what's in them and what they're trying to do, and just try to learn as much as you can about that kind of thing. So, like, you got recalls on food, like over 300 in the last 15 years of foods, of peanut butters and candies and stuff like this. So it's almost like there's, it's not recalled until it poisons a whole bunch of people and gets recalled. But the point is the poison's going out there, and we know technology is beyond under control. They don't go around poisoning you that many times. Well, I kind of all see it as Agenda 21, and you can look into that too, and that is a whole nother lane. As we were running down the trail, we're gathering all this, going, oh yeah, duck, cover. But you got to be careful. You can get led down all kinds of tracks, lanes, and wrong trails on the internet. You got to gather it in, take it for a grain of salt, take all the truth you can out of it, and put it together to make a story for yourself, because it's just you. You have to have your own story, otherwise you're telling somebody else's story, and it's a second hand. It's not something you learned. I mean, if you learn this and somebody starts asking you questions, then, well, it's simple. You can back up what you're saying, and I there's a lot of sites out there that'll give you links to go to all these different places to research this. I'm really just trying to say, hey, it's time to look. We got to look, because it's all going on. We just got to get in there and you'll see it all. Love y'all. I'm going to be back. Bye.